At News Talk 4BC, the music, so synonymous. The chicken dance, so many scary things happen on dance floors, in German beer halls, doing that. But it wasn't the only bit of culture and entertainment that took place at EXPO88. In fact, a bloke at the time of EXPO88 that was doing a lot of writing and a lot of reporting on that joins me, Douglas Kennedy. Great to see you.
How are you?
All very good. And you're a Brisbane greeter these days.
Yeah, I'm a Brisbane greeter now. Those days I was working down the coast on a daily newspaper, and I was covering a lot of arts and entertainment, so I was very involved in World Expo. And I was looking it up today, and I couldn't find a lot online. I think people maybe have forgotten that. They all think of the main pavilions, the main entertainment, and of course the river stage where all the big names were, like the Joe Cockers and the John Denvers, and a who's who of Aussie acts like Little River Band, Simon Gallagher, Julie Anthony. It finished with the Seekers doing The Carnival Is Over. How appropriate is that? Yeah. But next door at QPAT, which had only opened in 1985, they had a huge classical festival, classical music, dance, companies from all over the world. And it was I'd never been to anything like it before in my life. As I said, I'd been doing this round for about 8 years, and I'd never seen anything quite like it in Brisbane before. And from what I remember, it was very well attended. Yeah. And even though it was kind of like the avant-garde side of it, it still had its light side, because I remember the first show I saw was this Japanese guy, and he spent half an hour coming down, doing some act, some dance act, coming down the centre aisle. And I said to the publicist later, I said, what's with this guy? Does he sit kind of contemplating his navel and doing the lotus position all day? Oh, no, she said. I went up to him and I said, is there anything I can do to help you? He said, you can actually. Can you tell me where I can find a cold beer and a few girls to chat up? And I thought, he's just like us.
He's a rock star.
He's a rock star. Everybody was a rock star then. Yeah. The motto was, we're not here for a long time, we're here for a good time.
Yeah, but of course, looking back 25 years ago, Expo did give us an excuse to engage with a lot of things.
Oh, yes.
Cultures and performance was very much so part of it.
As I said to your producer earlier, I have never done anything with a nun before, and I have never done anything with a nun since. I ended up one night in the beer hall doing the hokey cokey.
With a nun?
How good was that?
Okay, she probably had to say 400.
No, there was a whole line of them.
Oh, really? There was a lot of Hail Marys said after the hokey cokey, I'd reckon.
But everybody was like that, and the whole atmosphere was one of fun and fellowship.
Yeah.
I didn't see much bad things happen, which was really great.
There was a lot of pride. I think Brisbane and Queensland, I think Australia as well, felt a sense of enormous purpose and pride because the world was coming, and we wanted to make them welcome, and we wanted to show off a little bit about us, but we wanted to learn a lot about them too.
Yeah. Oh, look, the pavilions were huge. We had the Vatican. We had the Vatican treasures. I remember that one. We had from Canada, China, everywhere. It was slow getting off from what I remember of the organisation, but once they got Lou Edwards on board, things cranked up, and it got closer and closer, and it got really exciting. And then it was on. And once everybody was there, as I said, there was this great international fellowship, and it really did. I tell you what it reminds me of. In those old films with people like Sid Charisse, where she comes on and sings a sexy song, and halfway through she rips off a dress. Well, in 1988, Brisbane ripped off its dress. That's how I see it.
And indeed, everybody saw it too.
But it was great.
We had proper underwear on, I'm
Well, of
sure.
course, yeah, of course. So did Sid Charisse.
But either way, reliving that, you've just given enormous passion, and rightly so, about the entertainment, because you dropped a whole bunch of who's who, and it was just a list. And we've got a lot of good bands and old rockers coming to town right now. It's just amazing. Oh, we've got ZZ Top and all sorts of other people in town at the moment.
We have gone from strength to strength. This is 25 years ago I'm talking about. And it was like the beginning of a dam rushing in, and now it's just crazy. And it's everything. Everybody has a voice, whether you're into the Bolshoi Ballet or you're into Kiss or the latest.
Everything in between.
The latest, which I've forgotten the latest.
No direction. One direction.
New direction.
One of those directions. Well, either way, it's big, and you'll be part of the showing people around, reliving moments of
I'm going to be very involved, I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be great. I'm doing it now. We're doing it now because I do a lot of entertainment work. I take people around the entertainment precinct. Okay. I've got one on Friday, and you just take small groups around and you tell them stories. And there's wonderful stories about Brisbane. It's got heaps. Not just the Expo. There's layers and layers of story. The rock and roll, the Americans in the 40s, the music hall people, everything, the Cremorne. Just so many stories.
So go to the Brisbane Visitors Centre in Queen Street. That's where you can make a booking.
Or go on Facebook or go to Brisbane Greeters page. Put your name down because we'd like to see as many residents, locals, as we do visitors. It's not just the thing for visitors, as been said before. So it's really jump on board, and there's heaps happening.
All right, good to meet you. Good to see you, Douglas Kennedy. He is really doing a good sell on all of that. 13 13 32.